Alright, so on this episode of Retro Wednesdays, we are going to take a second look at Gremlins 2 because we got really far last time, but we couldn't beat it because we're old now and we can't stay up late anymore and party like we used to. So, this is part 2. Have you learned anything about Gremlins 2 since the last time we played it?
I still haven't seen it, and I have not practiced since we played, although I did consider it a couple times.
I played it once after we tried it the first time, and I learned that it's even though you get like continues, it's way better to what?
Should I start?
Yeah, go for it. It's way better to try to keep going through the games and like build up a supply of extra lives and a supply of like power-ups. I still cannot consistently beat that one part where it's the one gremlin that's on the that's on an angle, and he's got the cigar in his mouth and he shoots fire at you.
Stellar start. Over here.
I don't remember that being there before. Whatever. But yeah, that's what I learned. And I learned I can't beat that one part, and it makes me really fucking mad.
We got pretty far, and then
we just couldn't beat that one boss. We didn't have enough health to get to that boss. That's the problem. So I'm working on this new Retro Safari video.
Yeah.
And it's a compilation list of my bucket list games for 2017 so far, and
that you need to play.
That I really want to beat. And after looking at my list, I am confident that I'm going to beat a total of 0 of these games because every one of them is so fucking hard. It's like Castlevania 3, Castlevania 2 on video, this game, Lethal Weapon. I forget. There are a whole bunch of them I put on there, and I have 0 confidence in being able to beat any of them. Especially Castlevania 3. I don't know what it is about that game. I have the worst fucking luck.
God, what is wrong?
What are you doing?
You expect me to fucking just wake up and do well? That's not how it works. I need a coffee. Where's Big Kevbo with my espresso?
Espresso and rotten milk foamer.
I wonder if this game was kind of an afterthought for Sunsoft, because it just doesn't have the Sunsoft polish I'm used to.
How did I do that?
What?
I killed both of them in one shot. So when I read on this part, this is the part I have such trouble with. The trick is to land on that block below him on an angle, like so. And somehow not... See, my problem is, every time I see that strategy, I move when I go in the angle. Or else I don't shoot in that direction, so I don't know what to do. Like, I can't hold the button down. So, I don't know how to do this. I really don't. I mean, I'm gonna die, but... Here we go. Because he'll hit me once and knock me off, is the problem. See? I just don't know how to do that part. It's so weird. And I don't know, maybe the guy that I watched happened to be using Turbo or something, or an emulator with slow motion or something. I don't know.
They really just ramp it up in this one.
Yeah.
This level, you get all the enemies.
Well, it's like the first level where you have to like do things on angles, and it's just top down is not designed for that, because you can't go diagonal unless you have a body in front of you or you walk forward. So, like, what is the point of this? Gargling dicks.
Good job.
Jesus, what is going on up there? Oh, fuck me, I forgot about boss fight.
Graphics are pretty good.
I love the graphics. The cutscenes are some of the best I've ever seen. Just some of the mundane gameplay is just not as solid as I would hope.
there construction going on upstairs?
I don't know. My son is just going nuts. His favorite thing in the world right now, he's just coming up on a year, but his favorite thing in the world to do is to pick up an object and go, hey, I'm gonna bang this on the floor as hard as I can.
What are you doing?
I hope some of this comes through. Not all of it, because it would be annoying, but it is kind of fun. He goes over to the coffee table all the time. He goes over to the coffee table all of the time. Can't talk, got balls in my mouth. But he picks up the remote for the TV and he's like, I like this. I'm gonna bang it on the coffee table as hard as possible for like 5 minutes. But I guess when you're that old, it's like, what are you gonna do? These hands are such bullshit.
Sounds like a band name.
These hands are bullshit.
No, just these hands.
Yeah. Someone said something the other day where they were saying something about tequila and firearms. And I said it sounded like a Mexican Guns N' Roses tribute band. Gotta stack up on balls, bro.
So where are the sack nuts you promised?
The binging nuts. You don't remember that?
What the fuck is a binging nut?
It's a joke. It's from a Jerky Boys prank phone call. Remember I said it the one time? There was some episode where I said it and you were dying laughing. Okay, it's little sack nuts.
Sack nuts, I remember.
Sack nuts. It's so fucking funny. He calls like a nut shop in New York or something, and he just starts making all this shit up, and it's so funny. And he's like, "You guys sell beer there?" And she's like, "No, why we don't have a liquor license." And he's like, "Oh, well, you got the nuts. I figure you got the beer to go with it."
The bingy nuts.
Yeah, he's like, "Got any bingy nuts?" And she's like, "What? What the hell's a bingy nut?" He's like, "It's a tiny little sack nuts." Oh my god. Jerky Boys is definitely one of the funniest things in the
I
world.
haven't heard it in a long time. Somebody's watching the Labyrinth up there.
Yo,
I've
you
never
just
pressed
went,
buttons
you
so
just
hard
went
in my
fucking
life.
beast
I'm like-
mode on that, dude.
I could feel the controller like buckling.
Now you got a shot.
Whoa, buddy. This guy's going crazy.
He's up your ass and sticking out
Electric
your
gremlin over here. Sounds like a storm.
What if he plays at the Electric Factory?
Bingy nuts.
I don't know. That was so fucking terrible. Bingy nuts. Yeah, tiny little sack nuts. I love the
It's
Jerky.
funnier that
listen
you're
to the
saying
Jerky
it, because
Boys
I
all the
bet you
time.
if I listened to it, I'd not think it was funny.
I love the Jerky Boys. That shit still cracks me up. I listened to it 100,000 times, and it still cracks me up. I used to spend the summers working at a library, putting security tags in books, and if you think that sounds boring, you're pretty correct. And I would play the Jerky Boys tapes all the time.
How many effing hits does this F ball take?
There's one Jerky Boys call that if I played it for you, you would laugh.
That's right.
They put a fake, nice. They put a fake ad in the newspaper for game show lovers, for like people who want to be on like Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune and shit. And this guy calls in, and it is so hilarious.
Is this the wall? Is this it?
I think
Is this the one we couldn't?
I think it's the second one after this one. Because we made it to the boss.
This guy's going crazy.
Yo, lay off the weed. Or the meth.
Weed won't make you do that.
I don't know, it depends on what kind of weed. I've seen people get weird on weed. Oh yeah, so this guy calls the number, and they start asking him all these questions, and they I'm doing such a bad job of describing it, but while he's asking these questions, he keeps interrupting the guy, and it's so funny. And right towards the end of it, he's like, Oh my
Well, I
god.
thought I had balloons.
Towards the end of it, he's like, starts making fun of the guy, and he's like, oh, you sound like you got a pair of them. He's like, you got a nice pair of tits on you, sir. He's like, no, I'm a man. And he's like, I don't know, you sound like you got a really nice pair of sausage tits hanging off you. Sausage tits.
That sounds funny, but I
don't know, it's really funny. He's like, no, he's like, it's alright if you do. He's like, as long as you're not some big barrel ass or like a porker or something. Barrel ass. Oh my god. I could listen to that shit like all day. Did you ever hear the one where he pretends to be a rapper and they call the record store and he's like BAM!
Yeah, that one I know.
Yo, cradle rock style. Oh my god, it is so funny. Yo, let me come down there.
The movie, is that the actual guys that did it?
I don't think it is, but I could be wrong.
What am I doing? Wow.
Oh my god.
He grabbed you by the
He
balls.
did, he reached up and grabbed my bingy sack.
This
is the level.
This is the one.
At least it says that this is the hardest level in the game, so it does make me feel a little bit better. What the fuck? Dude! Is this real life right now, or am I on drugs? Oh, everywhere. The tactics. Oh my god!
That's it, man.
Ass
Recovery is
fudge.
impossible in this stage.
This level is just straight up fuck you. Oh my god. Oh, let's not clap yet. I haven't.
You made it.
You were better at the boss fight than I was.
Just gotta keep your distance. You don't always have to shoot. You just
Yeah, I know. Try. You don't have to be super aggressive. Okay.
That's good.
You know, you can pattern lock him a little bit. Because wherever you end up when he starts to move is where he starts to run. So if you try to move in a box more... Oh, or not. Now I just reversed it on me. Alright.
Fuck yeah, dude. Nice job.
Finally. Hold on, let me get to the fucking... I would go... You have no idea what if I died on the spikes... I would pick this TV up and fucking throw it as far as I could, and I would sell all my video games, and I would just kill myself.
What's the new shot look like?
Fancy, it's like powerful.
Damn.
Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up!
Looks like you're supposed to go that way.
No, you're supposed to go to the right.
Yeah, I know.
I thought I could go up. I was being a...
No, that's what I'm saying. That's
silly
what it looked
Sam.
like to me, too.
I was being a snooky farter. Well, now where the fuck am I supposed to go? Oh my god, this level is not fucking around. This shot is banging though. You get some good times with it. I'm always a side seat gamer. When I saw that, I was like, he'll move. say anything.
Okay, so that does hurt you. Now I know.
You see what I mean? Like, I don't know why I just went nuts, and I was like, let me just try to like, let me give it the bum's rush. I'm losing it. I'm losing it.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I don't got it.
You klutz.
Yep. That's
What?
You know?
Yo,
I mean,
hack
how
game.
did you not know that?
Hacking the game over here. Yeah, make sure you stock up so you get.
You know what it is? The patterns of the level move fast, and it's agitating.
Yeah.
But in like a makes you fuck up way.
Yes.
That's really genius.
I agree. I think like all
Like
this.
the music is very jarring, and it's really like genius though. But
It has this like plotting intensity to the music.
yeah, it's very intense game. That's you got to give him credit for that. It's pretty
Yeah.
remarkable.
And like everything on the screen flashing and everything, it's like danger, 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 danger all the time.
Yes.
I hate him, but it's genius.
Oh, there we go.
No, you're
wait a
good.
minute.
I live again. I live again. Would you ever be interested in doing some of those for Retro Wednesdays, like PC games?
I guess so.
It's just a thought I had. My problem is all the PC games that I love are like also the most boring. Like I love Pizza Tycoon, but it's like you can't sit and watch that. Purr-pee, purr-pee, purr-pee. Purr, 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 purr. Get the fuck out of here.
That's how you do it. Just got a plan. I'm telling you, man. Just say fuck it. Fucking Christ. Just don't do it. Whoop. Shit. This is gonna cost me the game. Like, that's the problem.
I don't know, sometimes when you play this, when you watch someone else play these levels, like, you see them come up with these, like, harebrained Caesars, like, fuck it, I'll just run right through it. It's like, how the fuck do you live? And it's like that thing with the balloon where it's like, it's basically like a game-breaking mechanic, because, like, you just suddenly leap ahead. Damn, that thing sniped you out of the air.
It was like, boom, sit the fuck down.
I got this. Thunk. Guess again, dickhead. Why is the controller cold? I don't understand.
I'm telling you, man, I'm nervous. I'm gonna start stinking now. So it's probably better to go on the side so you don't get hit by both.
Really? Every time I do it, I just go down the
You go
middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know how I do that. I just keep pressing jump. And then this fucking guy gets
honestly,
me every
that's pretty
time.
much this game.
This guy gets me every fucking time.
This game is jump like crazy.
What the fuck? Like, I'm trying to... You saw that! I was pushing every fucking direction to get away from it. It's like, oh, I'll just stay attached to the pillar. That's what you wanted to have happen, right?
Don't let me sit in your fucking couch or I'll knock all your shit over.
What did you not? Oh, it was a ginger ale.
Yeah, when you soaked your entire couch for days.
It was like dripping down from the loft. It's like, how much fucking soda was in that thing?
It was a Hanson's ginger ale.
I still just remember the part that was the funniest was the sound you made, because you were like, oh. Hey, you know what's awesome about this game? Short passwords. No, you got it. You can go first. Because you're beating it right now.
Pizza.
Now that we've gotten refueled. Is this thing going in and out of tune, or is it just me? It's just me. Yo, Leapin' Larry over here. 9 Lords of Leapin'.
Choir jokes.
It's from the 12 Days of Christmas.
I'm just so satanic that I don't even know that. That's how satanic I am.
I don't even know anything.
I don't even know Christmas carols. This fucker. What was that?
I don't know. This game is acting a fool. See? Huh?
Dingy nuts.
What is that?
What's going on?
This game is possessed.
Such
man.
an anomaly.
Famicom is like I can't handle its awesomeness.
Anomaly. Yeah, I'm doing great, but then this guy gets me. Every hit counts. You gotta remember that. Every hit counts.
I feel like that's gonna be a Retro Wednesdays Brett shirt. It's just gonna have Retro Wednesdays on the front and say on the back, every hit counts.
Seriously does in this game.
Especially when the shit ain't hitting. Shit ain't hitting.
Boop.
Sneak attack, fool. Why, like, why? Whatever. I don't understand why, like, that whole buying process annoys me. Because it's like, do you want to buy something? Yes. Why do you think I came in here? No, I just came in here because I felt like jerking off.
Every time. I just get my
dingus and knot. Yo, beast mode. Yo, business. Yo, you wailed on that shithead. It's alright, you got another life. Sorry, like, why am I telling you this like you don't know? Yes! Beast mode! I knew it! The closer strikes again!
all you have to do is be with. It's so easy to beat if you do that fucking shit.
Yeah. If you use that cheap ass exploit.
Yeah, you just stand right outside.
I was gonna say this thing fucking froze. I was gonna know. I've actually watched this cutscene, this ending before, so it's pretty cool. That guy in the blue hat, that's you.
Damn, the graphics are pretty good on
They're
this.
incredible. Look at that shit. It's like
They
movie
should have put a
quality.
little bit more effort into the game, though. Honestly.
Yeah. And I just had a seizure. Seizure.
It's kind of messed up. It's
It
kind of
is.
morbid.
That's how they got rid of the Gremlins. And Gizmo lives happily ever after with his people. Alright, man. 4.5 hours later. Gremlins 2, final thoughts. Yoshiaki.
You gotta play this game in spurts. It's so frustrating, and you get in a rut and you can't get out.
Yeah.
You're in a rut and you can't get out of it. Can't get out of it.
I don't trust like
and
that.
then, seriously. But it's not an expensive game, and the first few levels are really boring.
Yeah.
So I think you need to give it a chance past those, and really give yourself a little time to play it. Because I remember I heard about the game. I knew Sunsoft from Batman, from Blaster Master, and from Fester's Quest. And I finally got Gremlins 2 later on, like when I started collecting again, really. And if I would have given it a little bit more time the first time I played it, I think I probably would have liked it better. And now I do like it. Now that we've beaten it, I do like it better, but I still don't think it's a great game. It's just okay.
Yeah. I think to me, like, it's a good game. Like, it's a Sunsoft game, so you know you're expecting at least to a certain point a good, high quality, so to speak. But I feel like the game itself, like, because of some of their design choices, I think it just leaves it out of the it could have been an upper echelon, like, to me it could have been like in that upper echelon of like Batman, Blaster Master, like some of the Sunsoft gems that everyone like goes crazy about, Mr. Gimmick. But I think this one falls short because there's certain things that they chose to do when designing the game that I think just really take away from it. Like, I hate hey, we have to like have enemies attack and you have to shoot on angles when there's no really easy way to like shoot on an angle. And like how you can get a store and get a power up, but you only get one choice for the power up no matter what. So to me, it's like, if I was going to be like a psycho about this game, I would go through the levels and figure out how much everything costs and be like, okay, so I only really need to kill like 12 enemies to get the power up that I need for this. So the rest of the time I can just avoid it because I don't need the currency. Right. So like it's like that. It's also like, I don't like that. I don't like some of the mechanics. Like like I said, like, you can get a health power up, but in certain levels it'll give you 4 hearts, but if you're below 3 hearts, it only gives you 3, and it's like, it's confusing what you can get and what you can't get. And I think that takes away from it a little bit. The music and the cutscene graphics are like really good. I really enjoy them. I think part of the reason why I started not to be super psyched about the music was just because it took us so long to get through it that it started to get like, it started to trek into the like, I don't give a shit about this anymore mode. But I do think they're very good, and I think like, out of all the cutscenes I've ever seen on the NES, the Gremlins 2 is like the most like ridiculous I've seen, like the most ridiculous. But yeah, like, I think it's an inexpensive game. It's something that if you don't have it, you should get it. But I don't think it's something where like, it's not like in the Contra pantheon of good games.
No way.
Like,
no way.
I think it's just the difficulty. The problem is that the difficulty comes more from cheapness and ridiculousness than it does from challenge. And I think that's what really bothers me. Like, it goes into that realm of like, hey, well, we're just going to like make all these ridiculous jumping puzzles that will just annoy the shit out of you. And it doesn't really challenge you to get better at the game. It just challenges you to either fall down and figure out a way to get around it with the balloon, or just like avoid it altogether. And I think that's like the biggest flaw in the game, is that it's just like, it's too frustrating. Like, you just get so aggravated. And like, it took us like, I'm not trying to say like we're like, speed run video game playing experts over here, but I mean, like, it did take us like 5 hours, and we spent the majority of doing 5 hours worth of footage on like 2 fucking levels. It wasn't like we were having a hard time like at random spots. It was like the last 3 levels were the ones we spent the most time on, and it was like ridiculous. But no, I mean, I think it's a game worth getting, but it's not a game that I'm like, if you don't own this, you need to go get it like right this second, because it's like that good. No. I think that's it. You got anything else?
If you're in the market for a Sunsoft game, opt for Blaster Master or Batman.
Yeah.
And if you already have those and you want something that you can tell, has the same sort of team behind it, this is an okay choice.
Yeah.
Maybe this or Journey to Silius.
Yeah.
But Journey to Silius, even, I want to love it. I just don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe once we play through that one, I'll change my mind.
Well, it's interesting too, because like, I think about Mr. Gimmick, and how that game is hard, but it's like it's like enjoyable challenge. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no, I mean, minus the one or two times where like you have to like bounce. What was it? You have to like bounce off of an enemy or something. That was like a mechanic in the game. Bounce off your own
star.
Yeah, that's what it was. You have to bounce off your own star. Like, that was kind of annoying, but I mean, I just feel like that game has more fair challenge, and this game has more like just bullshit. Like, just like the enemies just move in ridiculous patterns, or like,
yeah, there's a lot of randomness to this Gremlins.
Yeah, like the top hat really guy. Like, how many times did we get killed by the top hat gremlin because like he would pause for a half a second as opposed to like 3 seconds the other times, and like those kind of things. And like you even saw it a couple times during the boss fight where we were shooting the machine gun dude, where he would just stop in one spot, and it was like, all right, well now I'm just gonna get like 14 free hits out of it. And then there are other times where he would just charge you down, and it's like, okay. And I also thought that once we like took a break and regrouped, the boss fight at the very end seemed way less difficult than I thought it was.
Right.
Because basically, like when I watched your strategy, it was like just stand just at the end of his foot and just just shoot like crazy, and then when he pauses, maybe move to the right or just take a hit, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, it's good. It's just not great. It falls into that good but not great category. We have a ton of games on.
That's pretty much the entirety of every episode.
It's like 80% of the NES library. So, anyway, this is finally the end of Gremlins 2. And for Retro Wednesdays, until next time.